So here we see the outline of a borderline, and of course this would represent the drawing paper now in your case. um, so what we're interested now is taking a look at this drawing area that we have and see how we can maximize the space that we have. So one of the first things that we need to do to complete this drawing is to start off the drawing somewhere in the centermost part. So what we do now is we need to set off distance from the top merely here to the center. We want to set off a distance of 50 to 51 millimeters, somewhere around that. All right, so we get that that horizontal line, um, and also we need to draw a line that is 106 millimeters away. So we follow the same process from the previous tutorial. So we take a look at obtaining a point here to the center most part, which is here we have a point of intersection that we are looking for, and here is where we're going to start drawing. That's the first point, and that would represent A. So here we go back to the instructions, and I'm sure that you can refer to the given PowerPoint presentation that has that AB is equal to 45 millimeter. So I go ahead and I draw the 45 millimeter. For construction process, I am going to erase the lines here in the drawing. In your case, I don't want you to erase. I only wanted to get that first point, and so that you can see what is the actual construction process. Okay, and then here to the top, we want to draw the DA, which is 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters is point D to point A. Then we want to use our compass to set off a distance of from here we want to set off a distance and to scribe an arc. I'm sure you can recall that process. And here as well, from point B we want to scribe an arc to obtain point C somewhere around here, and then you draw a line as before, but in this case I'm going to use a faster method. So here I want to draw 30, and then here I want to draw a radius of 40, and what I'm interested here is at this point, or the point of intersection there. So I will go ahead and draw the line, which is that point of intersection, right? I will not explain the process of getting that point C here because you have done this drawing before. So once again, we set a point from here to the top at distance of 51 millimeters, 50 to 51 millimeters, and from the vertical, as you can see here, from this vertical line, we want to extend a line and draw that is a line that is parallel to it, and we want to draw that at a distance of 106. Then we started off drawing line AB, then DA, and then using a radius to scribe 30 millimeters, and we set off from point B a radius of 40, and these two would intersect to give us that point C here. Okay, so from that we want now to follow the instructions given, and the instruction states that I must I must identify a point P somewhere around here, somewhere around this vicinity. I must identify a point that I will call P. So what you do now, you estimate. Okay, you estimate the centermost part of this line. I'll just set any distance. Let me select 47 millimeters, and that would be 47 millimeters. Okay, for those who want to see the correct dimension, then we see that this is 45, 47 millimeters. You can have 50 millimeters, 48 millimeters, but in my case I will use 47. The other dimensions for the figures here, we see that AB is 45, here to the top is 20, and then this is 30 millimeters. This line is 30 millimeters, and then B to C is 40 millimeters. Okay, so you must practice using the setting of dimensions and ensure that you are accurate and you don't play around with those dimensions. When it comes to technical drawing, the distance being set off is very important. You need to be as accurate as possible. So here is this point. Here at the end is where I will call point P. For the lesson, I will label the point beforehand, because I know that you should label at the end. That's what I showed you, but here in the program, if I don't show you that process, then some might get lost. So here I'm going to label the point first, okay, so that you can readily follow. Okay, so that is point P. Then the other points need to be named accordingly. So this is point A, B, C, and there, and the last point is D. Okay, so after labeling the points in this drawing, what I will do now is to follow the instructions, and the instruction states that once I have established point P, and in this case is the end point here, I must now join point P with all the points that I have on that quadrilateral, and this is point P. So point P I will join to A, point P will be joined to D, P to C, and last but not least P to B. I will erase this line here. So this is what you should have right now: point P being joined to A, point P being joined to D, point P to C, and as well point P to B. Alright, following the instructions given or the procedures, it follows by drawing now another line to any length, that is. So using point P, I will draw any angle and any length. I'll extend simply to pass slightly below or slightly off B. Okay, then with the aid of a ruler, now you are to, or the compass, you are to divide point P or line PB into 5 equal parts. This is the reduction that we're going to do first. So here I want to explain the process, because you have done this in previous occasions during the first and the second drawing. So here I'll just move on 3, 4, and 5th point. Then I will ensure that this is accurate. So here I have 5 points, and I will label these 5 points as what I have been requested. So this would be one. How much? Oh, sorry, I have 4. I need one more point. There we go. So I've extended, so I need to label the point as well. And I am interested only in point number 3 and point this point 3 and point number 5. These are the 2 points that I will take as reference. So from your previous knowledge, you know that these must be accurate. So all that I'm doing is simply dividing the line into 5 equal parts. Yeah, so those are the points of intersections that will allow me to draw I will move point B, so it's not on the way. Okay, so line A, B, C, and D make up the original quadrilateral. Okay, so this is the original quadrilateral, and we follow the procedures, and it states that we need to follow the use of the set squares. We use the set squares accurately to draw parallel lines. So here we go, we draw the parallel lines.